All around the world, people eat foods that come from farms, but they have no idea that some farms are unsafe and the risks that can come from those farms. And the biggest risk of all is antimicrobial resistance. In all farms, antimicrobials such as antibiotics are used to kill microorganisms or to stop them from growing and multiplying, but sometimes they resist, which can harm humans tremendously.
Some recent work from Europe, 25,000 deaths a year from antimicrobial resistance, untreatable infections. The same number as die of road traffic accidents across Europe. That gets a furore, yet this doesn't. A conservative estimate from CDC reckons about the same number in the States, and this horrible one child under 5 years every 5 minutes in Southeast Asia dying of infection from resistant bugs.
Resistant bacteria can spread through many routes. When antimicrobial resistance occurs in diseases that generally animals catch, it can bring along an effective treatment of infections and diseases in humans. The disease that animals catch from antimicrobial resistance is called zoonosis. It's a disease that can be transmitted from animals to people.
People who got infections either recovered, if they were lucky, or they died. My great-uncle was not lucky. He was in the hospital for a week, shaking with chills, dehydrated and delirious, sinking into a coma as his organs failed. His condition grew so desperate that the people from his firehouse lined up to give him transfusions, hoping to dilute the infection surging through his blood. Nothing worked. He died.
This is a very relevant global issue, but it is never really discussed. Humans can catch numerous amounts of diseases such as Salmonella, E. coli, tuberculosis, Orf virus, and many more. At least 13 animal-to-human diseases kill 2.2 million people each year. These are millions of people we lose each year because of how poorly our farms are conducted.
They're used widely on crops as well, antibiotics, antimicrobials, antifungals, and of course from those they spread into wildlife. Meanwhile, companion animals that I would call pets, but must be correct, passage infections to and from owners and their children and others, and get treated as if they were more important than humans sometimes with antibiotics and everything. And as for food animals, I'm glad we're in Europe, because the European regulations are quite careful about when we can and how we can, at least our vets, use antibiotics. But over 80% of antibiotics in the States goes into animals for two reasons: growth promotion, it's quick and easy, and instead of good hygiene. It's absolutely disgusting if you think about it.
Antimicrobial resistance makes the antimicrobials, which work against bacteria, fungal infections, some parasites, makes them ineffective. And these are available tools that can preserve and save lives. But if I was to choose the one most important action, it would be education. The second, education, and the third, education. If I'm to take my answer apart a bit, I would want to look at number one, is good management practices based on hygiene, care, welfare, good preventive treatment on the farm. And then on the other side, to the waste management, not only at the production facilities, but also the markets. In number three, we would need to have diagnostic tools that are effective, inexpensive, and can be used at the site of care. Who should take action? Who's responsible? We are all responsible. As a patient, you should finish the course of antibiotic therapy that's in your prescription. Although you may feel better, it is important to continue to use the antibiotic as was prescribed by your physician. As a veterinarian or a physician, it is important that the diagnosis be correct and the right antimicrobial given in the prescription. As a producer, it is important for you to have good management practices a good herd health management where vaccines will actually protect the animals against disease and you don't have to use as much antibiotics.
We could build gatekeeping into drug order systems so that every prescription gets a second look. We could require agriculture to give up antibiotic use. We could build surveillance systems to tell us where resistance is emerging next. Those are the tech solutions. They probably aren't enough either, unless we help. Antibiotic resistance is a habit. We all know how hard it is to change a habit. But as a society, we've done that in the past. People used to toss litter into the streets, used to not wear seatbelts, used to smoke inside public buildings. We don't do those things anymore. We don't trash the environment or court devastating accidents or expose others to the possibility of cancer because we decided those things were expensive, destructive, not in our best interest. We changed social norms. We could change social norms around antibiotic use, too.